Hello, welcome back. Hopefully I figured out my recorder today. This is kind of a test run. Also, I need to record an episode. Didn't feel like asking anybody. You're gonna hear all that again here in a second. So, sorry about them apples. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It is the Life's Mess podcast. Jared is here, living in a mess. Not literally, but figuratively. Figuratively, literally. I don't know. It is currently 9:18 p.m. Didn't want to watch TV. Didn't want to read a book. I'm done playing video games for tonight. I've been on that COD grind. Trying to find a way to relax now that, it's not nice out and I can't just go ride a board. Granted, I didn't really do that by myself either. But I can't go ride a board and yeah, I'm trying to find new ways to relax. And fulfill myself, if that makes sense. It's weird because I don't want to go to work. I'm very, it's not exactly fun for me all the time. And I don't want to come home just because, I have a relationship with my family, but it's not what it used to be, and nobody ever really seems happy anymore. I get home and maybe sometimes I'm in a bad mood, but sometimes I just want to be I guess I am asked about my day. No, I'm not even asked about my day. I'm just asked how I am, and it'd just be nice to not to have people initiate conversation and stuff. That's no hate on my family. My family's great. It's just I feel like I'm going through it right now. Feeling kind of lonely. Lonelier than normal. But what are you gonna do? I'm a man. Nobody cares, except I actually have friends that care, so that's nice. Shout out to the two of you that know who you are. I know I have more than two friends. I guess I just only go to two people. Yeah, I guess that's I don't know. It's kind of a weird thing, dichotomy, that I don't think that's the right use of that word anymore. I used it in a couple episodes ago, so that was pretty cool. Yeah, this is supposed to be really a test run. YouTubers, you're gonna get this either way. Spotify guys, if you don't get this, I'm trying to figure it out, and I apologize. But yeah, so I'm on a search to find new ways to relax. I'd love to go to the gym, but I don't know what I'm doing. I've gone a couple times with Garrett and Dad, and I haven't figured out enough of a routine to just go on my own, and I would. I feel like that's what I would love to do, but it doesn't also help that I've been working 11-hour days. In the last 7 work days, I've only had 2 days that were 10 hours or under, I think. Yesterday was technically 11 hours, but I actually ate a lunch for once. But yeah, so I hope you guys are having great weeks. Last weekend, I didn't really plan to make a pod at all. Last week, I was really bad. I didn't plan to make pods at all. I should have, but I didn't. I still have a couple people I want to get on. The Knicks. Nate McClelland. I don't know. I think I might try and reach out to him and see if he can come on before the the winter break pod with Mason, Dylan, and Nate. That will be coming up here closer to Christmas. So that's cool. I don't really know. I need to get some more people on though. I bet you my cousin Kendra would be good person to come on. She's got a little bit of a story to tell, usually. But she's been working a lot of hours. Yeah, I'm trying to think. So today I was threading freaking gas line all day, and it sucks. You gotta do it outside too. And my manager Phil was telling a joke to me and Al. He was like, "Yeah, my son. Every time we were running gas line, he was like, "Oh, it's gonna rain today," or if it was raining that day, he's like, "Oh, we're running gas line, aren't we?" Because he had my job. You know, you'd go outside and you had to crank on it like a ratchet to thread the pipe, and every time it happened, it rained. And you know what was happening today? It was raining while I was threading this pipe, and it was great. I mean, it wasn't a hard rain. It was more like a sprinkling or like a mist almost. It was weird. Sorry, I've almost got indigestion. Yeah, it was weird. My brain is just not working good. But me and Al were talking later. Then we are like, "Yo, you should just make this a thing, you know, since it rains every single, like, it wasn't raining at one point and I had to go out and thread a pipe. You know what it started to do? It started drizzling, and as soon as I stopped, it stopped. So he was saying, you know, you should go to like places that it's got a drought, like California, and just go out there and just crank on that shit, you know, give it hell, and fix their drought. And I was like, yeah, you know, charge double, you know, charge like $150 an hour to go out there and just endlessly thread gas line, you know. And for places that are vacation destinations, this is all like travel included, travel and board included, and that's, you know, that means like housing. So it means I wouldn't have to pay for none of that, because, you know, why would I pay for that? I'm doing these people a favor, but I'm getting paid for it, and I'm getting travel paid for, and housing paid for. Food, you know, that's all right. And getting $125 an hour, and for places that are not vacation destinations, it's double. So it'd be $250 an hour. That'd be crazy. But I'm not that lucky. It's not actually a true thing, I don't think. But if it was, your boy would be making some cash. I'm thinking about trading in my car. I think I talked about this last time. So I think maybe this, one of these days here, if I can find some extra time, I'm gonna take it to a dealership with an auto body shop, specifically this one down in downtown Worcester, and have their auto body guys look at my hood and be like, "Hey, yo, I could do it for this much," and then I would probably just end up taking it to my uncle and tell him, be like, "Hey, yo, they told me they could do it for this much. I don't want to do it through them, so hopefully my insurance doesn't go up. So what can we work out here?" Type deal. And then once that's fixed, possibly go and be like, "Hey, I got a 2017 Mazda 6 with 26,000 miles on it. I bought it with 21,000. What kind of trading can you give me? I've put 10 down on it. You know, I shouldn't be saying this stuff out on, you know, for the internets to hear, but it is what it is. I'm tired. I don't really care anymore. It was one of those days. Like, nothing even bad happened. I had a vacation. You'd think that you'd last for a while without being like over your job, but I'm kind of over my job. I kind of wish I was just a broke college kid that could just blow off everything. You know, take my classes seriously, but blow off, you know, responsibility a bit longer. I realized that I would hate college, probably. At least I would like to think I hate college. But that, as a person, for anybody that like is curious, as the guy who did what most people didn't do, at least in my town, at least my graduating class, like, it's not as common, or more of us went into, like, just went out straight into work. But I guess for anybody that's going to a bigger city school, and most people that go to college, and I'm assuming you guys have like second guessings of like, oh, am I doing the right thing? You know, I have that all the time. It's almost like imposter syndrome. You know, it's like I don't feel like I'm making the right decision by not going to school. I feel like I'm making an awful decision because that's what's banged into my head all the time. And you know, I'm trying to find a way to make a living, and I feel like I have none of the tools to do it. I don't feel qualified. I don't feel Like I mean, I assume I'm doing a good enough job. You know, nobody's telling me, like, sitting me down and being like, hey, you got to be trying to do better. Like, I'm trying my best. Of course, I'm doing my best to remember stuff. That's one thing that bothers me about the guy that, um, one of the guys that's training me, you know, is I'm trying my best to help, and, you know, I can be a forgetful person. Like, you guys have heard me lose my train of thought while I'm talking, and um, he's like, like, how are you so forgetful, or like, why would you forget that? It's like, you know, I sat down while I was, you know, taking a dump or something. Go, you know what? That thing that you told me to do, I forgot it on purpose. I'm gonna forget this on purpose just to spite you. You know, he says it like I'm doing things wrong just to make him mad. I'm like, no, I'm really not. Like, you know, sometimes I hear things and it's not what he says, and you know, that's my bad. I'm not doing it on purpose. If I thought you said it, why would you? I can see where it seems like an excuse. Okay, I'll acknowledge that. You know, it's like, I said 42 and a half, not 32 and a half. Or take that and 69, however way you want it. But, you know, it's frustrating. I guess at one of these jobs I put in a switched outlet wrong. For those of you that don't know or can't figure out what that is, just from me saying, light switches turns an outlet on and off. It's like, so if you have a lamp, you're like, yo, how does that work? It's like, oh, it's a switched outlet. So the power, or it just turns on like a light or a fan from a switch. They're semi-simple. But, apparently I put one of those wrong, but like, why would I ask them the other day? So I did that a couple weeks ago or whatever, but yet last Thursday, actually, I was at a job and I came across some outlets I was not sure about. You know, I'm like, hey Dave, is this a switched? I mean, hey guy that's training me, is this a switched outlet? He's like, yeah, and do it right and don't mess it up like you did last time. And I was like, why would I ask if it's a switched outlet, acting like I've never seen it before, if I messed it up last time? So obviously I didn't know it was a switched outlet last time. My memory, I don't think my memory is that bad. I guess it could be. But what do I know? I'm just kind of sitting here. Yesterday when I got home from work, it was raining. It was kind of peaceful. And I just once I turned my car off, I just sat there with my eyes closed and relaxed. There's some white noise in the background of my headset, and I'm not sure if it's coming through or not, so I apologize if it is. But I really hope it's not, and it's either that or it's the ringing in my ears that's getting louder. But it's just, I feel like I'm trying to figure stuff out still. You know, find who I was again since me and Mary broke up. You know, like, I didn't change, but I got to figure out how to spend my time in a way that's enjoyable and relaxing for me. And that, like, I'm not going to do the same thing every day. And it can't be spending money. But and on the other hand, I started some Christmas shopping, so that's cool. I think the people that I got these gifts for are gonna love them. I hope. Yeah, that's cool. I don't know if y'all remember, as a collective group of listeners and viewers, but a couple of years ago there was a movie called Scoob that came out. So it's about Scooby-Doo, and I watched it for the first time. Started on Sunday night, I guess. Finished it yesterday night, and made me depressed as hell. Not really. It just made me want a dog, because, you know, dogs love unconditionally, and they're always happy to see you, and I just want a cuddle buddy, I guess. It's weird. Not really. But I was just sitting there watching them like, man, I kind of wish I just had a little poochers that I could, you know, force to lay on this couch with me. We could just chill out and teach it how to longboard, or how to run beside me and go on a longboard walk or take it on a little adventure. It's like a friend that doesn't speak. I mean, I guess you could teach it to speak. I don't know. I don't really know what I want right now. Because I mean, like, I got good friends. I don't have to pay rent. I got good friends at work. I just feel down. Like, I don't know what to do about it. Because there's no, like, you would think that when you get home it'd feel good. Like, I don't feel good when I come home anymore. I don't know why. And I guess if anybody's I'm okay. I don't know why I need to feel like I say that, but like I'm okay. I kind of feel like I'm back to the way I was, where I'm almost not like numb to the way or to feeling. I don't even remember if I've ever talked about this in the pod. So for as long as I can remember, I've just been pretty in the middle, pretty even. And I mean that like emotionally. Like I don't really get. I was gonna say I don't really get angry, but I got mad road rage. Not to the point where I do anything about it, but it just makes me mad to no end. And turns out when I don't have enough home time, my patience goes away, which is already not much. But like I wouldn't necessarily say I'm usually in a bad mood or like in a happy mood or in like a sad mood. It's just like a gray area. And there for a while, I was pretty good, and then there's times I'm low. But I feel like I'm back into that. Like I don't know how I'm like. If I feel good or bad, I'm just kind of here. And honestly, I think I'd rather feel. It's almost like I'm on an antidepressant, but I'm not. I'm actually not taking any vitamins right now, which probably doesn't help. I was taking all these vitamins for so long. Problem is by the time I go to bed, I'm not hungry. So I'm not taking the vitamins because they don't do anything if you don't have a sugar to accompany it. Because otherwise your body's like, yo, what the hell? How are we getting all these vitamins in here? We're not eating nothing. Like these are just kind of popping up. But yeah. I finally tried some short shorts, off topic. Or like 4-inch inseams. They're comfy as hell. I don't know what I've been doing. I don't know if I'll wear them out. Maybe I'll wear them like longboarding. I was thinking about that, whenever it gets warm out again. But yeah, they're very comfy. But back to the topic. That's kind of how I felt. Like nothing I'm doing right now is making me like know that I'm happy. I think I'm falling too much into a routine, and I think I need to figure out how to break the routine of coming home, eating dinner, and then being in my room. The hard part about that is, and don't get me wrong, I very much so like love my grandma and glad that she's here with us and everything, but she gets control of the TV, and usually it's the same shows every night, and I can't stand it. Because there for a while, before she, this would have been after she moved in with us that I started watching Supernatural, I think. It would have had to have been. I don't quite remember. I'm thinking, give me a second. It might have been like April, almost May, when she finally moved in with us. I know it was a decent amount of time after my grandpa passed. Because I remember I would watch Supernatural upstairs, and then my mom was like, hey, when grandma comes, you probably shouldn't watch this upstairs. She won't like it. And you can tell when she's not enjoying whatever we're watching. But the thing is she has a TV in her bedroom she could go watch on. We're not always going to give her the rights to TV. Anyways, this is all, basically what I was saying is I don't like watching the stuff that she always has on. and my mom and dad don't really do anything about it. So I'm like, well, I'm not just gonna sit up here and be around people because I want to be around people and then be miserable. So I guess I'll just go be alone. Talk to voices that I hear in my ears because I got a headset on. I'm very thirsty, but I don't have any non-caffeinated beverages in my room. But anyways, so this upcoming weekend, my mom and dad aren't gonna be home. It's just gonna be me and Garrett. And Friday night, I was thinking maybe me and him can like order some takeout food or go to Walmart and get a bunch of snacks and have a movie night, like binge watch a whole movie series or something. I don't know. Let's do something cool. Just two of us. And Saturday during the day, I'm not quite sure what we're doing yet or what I'm doing. I don't have any plans. And Saturday night or evening night, Mason, Ryan, and Larmar are all coming back on for a reunion of the Philosophical Four. If you guys see this before that, it's going live tonight. If it records on here, it's gonna go live on YouTube too, and I'll make a post on Instagram. Maybe I don't know. I don't think there's any funny moments in here, but I guess I'll just I'll put something deep on there if I say something deep. But anyway, it's gonna be a Philosophical Four reunion. If you guys have any questions, DM me or Snapchat one of the boys. If you have their Snapchat, DM one of the boys. I believe their usernames are tagged in the last Philosophical Four post. If not, they've all been on at some point or another since then. So if you guys have any philosophical questions for us to answer, do that. And since we're about 20 minutes in here, normally I do at the end. If you guys enjoy this episode or enjoyed any of the episodes in the past, give me a follow, give me a like, give me a comment, give me a DM. I don't really care. Just show some love. I'm still trying to make these pods good and enjoyable. I realize I've done 3 solo episodes in a row now, technically, for the Spotify Apple audio listeners only. It's only been 2, counting this one, but for you YouTube folk, it'll be number 3. But I need to stop. I just say the same conjunction word all the time. Like my sentences are just a compilation of run-on sentences. Anyways, if you like it, enjoy it. It's available on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube. I try to post funny sections on Instagram Reels. Yeah, so if you enjoy it, do one of those things I listed. I've been drinking a lot of caffeine lately again, kinda. I need to figure out how to cut back somehow or another and be able to function. But yeah, if you have a nickname and you don't know about it, it's not a good thing. Like if you have a nickname and everybody tells you, it's probably a good thing because they most likely like you in some sense or another. I was having that conversation with my buddy Trey. We were trying to give a nickname to one of the new guys, and I was like, hey man, if you got a nickname and you know about it, it's a good thing. Like there's a couple people, and by that I mean I think 1 or 2 that have nicknames that they don't know about, and it's just because people purely don't like them. And that's weird to say at a small company like this, but it is what it is. It's not my place. I'll just talk about it. That's what you guys are here for, right? Just to hear me talk. Pardon me, had to scratch my testicular glands, testicles, ball sack, scrotum. Cool. Anyways, hopefully that doesn't, get played out loud at a school, because that would be awkward as hell. I guess that's me. I was thinking about that today. Well, right after we were eating dinner. My dad was being my dad, being kind of goofy. And every time I do something weird, my parents kind of look at each other and go like, he gets it from you. And I was like, you know what? All y'all are weird. Y'all just try and hide it. I embrace it, I make people laugh and it makes me feel good. I should probably be a comedian. Screw work. I should be a comedian. I don't have what it takes though, I don't think. But, I was like, yeah, y'all do weird stuff all the time. And nobody blinks an eye. I do one weird thing and all hell breaks loose. Like just dancing around, having high energy. But what do I know? I'm just Jared. I forget where I was going with that. Oh yeah, that they hide their weirdness. But what's another thing? Oh yeah, I think I started talking about like a porta pot earlier. So I was sitting in a porta pot today, right? And yesterday actually. We were at the same job 2 days in a row, today and yesterday. Today's November 1st, boys. You know what that means. Never been able to complete one. I'm gonna try to do it this month, this year. This is my year. I swear it is. Girls, if you don't know, it's No Shave November. Most guys just can't stand to have that scruffy little beard thing going on, and if you got a girlfriend, they hate it. I mean, it does look bad. I'm not gonna lie. I'll probably get about a week in, and I'm gonna shave my face again. I was talking about porta pot. Oh yeah, because it's November 1st. That's what my thought process was. I was saying today and yesterday. I was like, well, I could just say Monday the 31st and Tuesday the 1st. But anyways, I was in a porta pot yesterday. Just had splashback damage. Trying to sit there and wipe, and I was getting blue specks. I was just like, what the heck? This is not. They need to either make these things deeper. That wouldn't solve the problem though, because then the feces, the turd, would fall further, therefore giving it more kinetic energy due to the fact that it's higher up, which gives it more potential energy, which turns into kinetic energy, which therefore means it hits the water, the blue liquid, at the bottom of the porta pot, or that's filling the bottom of the porta pot to however full they make it, with more force, more speed, causing an equal and opposite reaction in the water, which is going up and touching my butt, and I don't like it. It's uncomfortable, and there's nothing you can do about it. Like, I guess unless you grab that and just kind of like set it down. Gotta grab the forbidden chocolate bar as it slithers out. But anyways, yeah, it was gross. And I don't recommend, porta pots are gross, and just avoid them if you can. That's about it. Anyways, I was in a porta pot today, and I was sitting there, doing my thing, going poop. And I was like, yo, can you use a porta pot in the winter? Like, that was my thought. I was like, shitter thoughts with Jared. I'm like, yeah, can you use a porta pot in the winter? Because I'm assuming that there's like some sort of cleaning solution in that liquid that has some water in it. So if that's the case, if it gets cold enough, that water, that liquid, should freeze. And I don't think you'd want, construction guys going in there, lighting that thing up. Got that breakfast sandwich monster and then Taco Bell for lunch coming all out at once, and just lighting that thing up. See what I'm saying? Like, that wouldn't be a good combination. I mean, you wouldn't get splashback damage, but there'd be nothing there to absorb the scent. Like, that porta pot would just become a lethal gas. Like, be some mustard gas growing in there. Jimmy put too much mustard on his Taco Bell Supreme taco for lunch. And all of a sudden, there's mustard gas coming out of the porta pot. What are you going to do about it? So, that was my thought of the day. Also, I don't know if anybody else's parents did this. This happened like shortly after the porta pot, thinking about it freezing. I was inside and I was like, for some reason I started thinking of Disney, and there was a reel I saw and it's like, yeah, we told our son, or we picked up our son from school and we told him we were going home. That was 5 hours ago. We're really going to Disney, and he just thinks it's taking forever to get home. Every now and then he keeps going, it doesn't normally take this long, does it? And I was like, man, I don't know why it just dawned on me then, but I was like, man, my parents really just, they would tell us we're going to Disney World, and then they'd take us to the doctor and get like shots. I was like, what the hell? Like, for real, guys? But they kind of made up for it because eventually they did take us to Disney World. So I'm not, or whichever one's in Florida. So I'm not going to complain. But I was just like, come on now. You can't tell a kid you're going to Disney and then proceed to get a flu shot or whatever shot. I feel like I got shots all the time as a kid. Like, and not like shot like, bah, bah, like throwing the bullets at you, but like, you know, immunization. There's special inoculation. I got those inoculatory shots, my man. I don't know why my brain immediately went to like make a hood joke in a sense with the shots throwing the bullets out. I got shot, not shot. Or I got shots, not shot. Dude, my brain is fried. I don't even do drugs. It's probably all the asbestos I've probably inhaled, dust particles. If you guys don't, I got my private Instagram page that's public. Give me a follow on there. I don't even need to. You can just go and look at my most recent post. And I think I put a picture of a mask that I had on from a couple weeks ago, or not even a couple weeks, last Tuesday. And that was from up in an attic. And then the following picture, the picture before, says chimney sweep hours. That was actually just attic sweeper hours, bro. I was playing Minesweeper up there with, like, yeah. That blew. You ever just be 20 years old and feel like your knees are the knees of a 82-year-old cyclist or a retired pro cyclist? Because, you know, I'm thinking riding a bike can be kind of, no, riding a bike is supposed to be easy on the knees. A 50-year-old retired airborne special forces guy. Shots. Anyways, yeah, my knees are just, I finally wore some knee pads last week and it felt so much better. But they just feel weak. I don't know what to do about it. Probably just try and be more active, but where do I have the time for that? Excuse me. I think I don't remember if I said earlier, but if you guys have any ideas for like ways to relax, hit me up in those comment sections. Hit me up in my DMs. I'm looking for new ways to try and relax in the evenings, trying to unwind if I have the time. But, you know, I'll figure it out eventually. Either that or I'll just grow numb to the fact that I don't know what to do with my life. What? Yeah, I'm like hungry. I don't know what I want to eat, but I'm hungry. Probably because this is about the time I normally eat dinner. Not really, but I've been eating like 2 dinners the last week. Literal 7 days. I have no motivation to watch any of my shows right now either. But granted, I guess I'm wanting to save more episodes of Supernatural for March whenever me and Murph go to Florida so I can watch that on the plane. excuse me. House of the Dragon, I just haven't. I want to watch more episodes, but I don't know why I'm waiting. Like, I'm pretty sure the season ended, and it's gonna be like 2 years till the next season comes out. Excuse me. I am sorry again. So like I almost want to wait for that. I was talking to my dad. I was like, dude, I don't even know if I want to watch this based on the way that Game of Thrones ended. And he's like, dude, but you know how this ends. I was like, I do? And he's like, yeah, all the Targaryens die except Daenerys and her brother. And I was just like, you know what? You're right. I could watch this. So that's why I started last week, or 2 weeks ago. That was 2 weeks ago now. Dang. Poor Alex, shout out to him. So for starters, I don't think I talked about this before, but he's got 2 girls in one of his classes that always get on him for forgetting stuff without realizing the dude's now he has 2 jobs. He also does college. He also has a girlfriend. He also has a needy ass friend. You know, I mean, his classes aren't easy. And so they're like, you're just so irresponsible. Like, why are you even here if you're just going to screw off? And I'm like, dude, I wish I was there because I would rip into them. Be like, hey, honey, do you have your college paid for? You know, Alex does. You know how he did that? Working a job. Yeah. That makes me mad. Like, as his friend. And he's too nice to really even say anything. Granted, I don't actually know if I would light them up in the moment. But, like, on this podcast, I'm going to light you up. And there you go. You're lit. Hit with a flint and steel. But yeah, so he's got all that. And, you know, he was having every other weekend off from chores. Well, his boss shattered his ankle. Like, threw a baseball through a pane of glass. You know what happens then? It shatters. Right? Well, that's what this dude's ankle is like now. And so Alex no longer has every other weekend off. And as his needy ass friend, it sucks. I'm so sorry. I'm getting sleepy. I'll probably go for another like couple minutes here, and then I'm gonna log off. But yeah, it's been a week. I'm excited for this weekend. I really hope you guys are too. Trying to make it a good episode. Ryan, floppy hair, he had said that he wants to do something late. So we'll probably record a pretty long podcast this upcoming week, and I really hope you guys are in for it. You know, and I'll just finish it up here. But if you guys enjoyed this episode, I really appreciate it. Especially with that little spiel earlier. You know, leave me a like, follow, comment. I guess click the little bell if you want some notifications on. That would be cool for me too. Tell a friend. That's one of the big things. Is telling a friend, and even if I don't post every week, it means a lot to me if you guys come back. I have to try and remind myself on those weeks, you know, where I don't feel like trying to find a person to interview or to podcast with. You know, it's not just me, it's you guys. There isn't even really a podcast without you guys. So yeah, anyways, I really hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I feel like my mind's a little bit more clear now that I got it out. I apologize, it's been 3 episodes in a row of just me. But like I said, that's going to be changing this weekend. It's actually going to be changing this weekend, not like however many weekends ago when I was just like, yeah, I'll have these people on, and then I didn't have those people on. So anyways, if you guys like this episode, you know, like I said before, leave a like, whatever. Thank you guys. I appreciate you. Yeah. So I will talk to you next time. Oh, I really hope that it just did the buffering thing from last time. But anyways, for you video recording listeners, I appreciate you guys too. I'm actually, the YouTube's performing pretty well, or at least the first 2 episodes did, and then I haven't checked in a minute, but if I remember correctly, the last time I checked, the last 2 performed pretty well. I just feel like I need to clarify to you guys that my facial expressions probably kind of mean nothing. A lot of it's trying to make sure I don't sound like an idiot while I'm talking. Like, especially moments like that, like I'm just kind of trying to deepen thought, trying to make sure what I'm saying makes sense. And the whole, like, I guess I was thinking about that while I was saying it this time. It doesn't look like I'm really like appreciative of you guys, but like I am actually really appreciative of you guys. Like, you know, seeing that my episodes do well, to me it's like, you know, these people actually kind of care and make it like I'm a part of their routine, whether it's daily or weekly or whatever it happens to be. So that's really nice. But anyways, I really hope you guys enjoy this. Leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe. Still trying to do every other week, or not every other week, but every week. Trying to get more. I need to start trying to get more people on to interview. But anyways, thank you guys. I hope you enjoy it. And I will catch you all on Saturday. And now I'm walking over here. It's gonna be awkward.